Welcome, everybody, to the A Little Less Fear podcast. I'm your producer and host of the show, Dr. Lino Martinez. This is your motivational podcast of people's incredible journeys. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Welcome back, everybody, to the A Little Less Fear podcast. Today, I would love to welcome Aisha Makara. Aisha's objective is to inspire, motivate, and empower audiences to live and breathe in their creative energy, to take risks and be brave in their endeavors with the ability to reinvent themselves multiple times. That nothing in life is granted or given, so they must go out and carve a path for themselves. To think of success not only obtaining a position of power or financial strength, but to also see it as bringing color to life and creating a beautiful world within their own identity. I love this topic. Welcome, Aisha, all the way from Portugal. Welcome to.
Thank
I
you.
know, right?
Amazing. I
Oh,
feel this
amazing.
amazing energy. I feel like this our joyful energy is just like
I feel
lifting
it too.
up
I'm actually
more
getting
and
warm and
more.
it's getting hot in here, just a
Me
little.
too, actually.
I love the
So great
color.
to connect.
I'm sorry?
So great to connect. Actually,
Incredible to
finally.
connect. It's really amazing that you being in Lisbon and me being in Los Angeles, California, that we can just connect like this within seconds and be within each other's presence, even though we're not physically in front of each other, we're still in front of each other, and we're still having this amazing, beautiful connection of energy that's a free gift, and that's infinite, that's divine, and that's equally received and given. I really, really am blessed with this energy. Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste. So Aisha, you've got such an incredible life, and I mean, it's just really amazing. One of the things I thought I was going to wait to the end, but I want to start now. So you were selected as an artist to send an art engraved on golden plaques to outer space. How did that happen?
Well, probably it's happened very long time ago before even, I did it. I made it happen. As a kid, I always loved to dream. And the first things when I was a little kid, I when I started to read the books, I started to actually create my own realities because the reality I was living in was not what I like. I was always dreaming. I want to have this ideal world with ideal parents that I didn't have. But in the reality, I was like in my dream world, I had everything. I have I love to dream, and reading actually helped me. It's become my escape, and I don't know why, but naturally, I've been attracted to English. So when I was 8 years old, I remember I found this article, advertising in one of the magazines in the library about the English school. So I wrote a very long letter to them about my life story and explained them who I am and where I am and what happened. And I remember it was like a 6 or 7, I don't know, it was many pages. And I sent to that address asking them to send me why they should send me books and all the information to learn English by myself, because in
Mhm.
my environment it was nobody speak English. In that time it was no internet, nothing. So and I started to do that. I started to receive books and cassette that time, and after CD disc and different things for years, and learning on my own, trying in my own learning English. I don't know, like that's I think one of my first things as a dreamer. I said to myself, I can create it by explaining why they should choose me as
Yeah.
as a person. Well, I didn't have money. You get to spend money. It's like you get to pay for that every month. So I don't know. I don't remember, but you get to spend some kind of subscription. And here I am. They're sending me every month for free, and giving me this opportunity to learn English on my own. And that's what I was doing for years, like reading these little books, like little fairy tales, trying to motivate and inspire my classmates and everyone around me, like kind of like learning together. Nobody been so excited like me, so it was kind of like very interesting. So
Aisha,
that
I'm sorry to
the
interrupt. I'm
dream.
sorry. I just have a quick question, otherwise it's gonna slip my mind. So we wanted to learn English. What was your first language?
Russian.
Oh, Russian. Okay, great. Sorry
Yeah,
to
yeah,
interrupt.
because
Yeah, go ahead.
in Mongolia, and after my mother brought me in Russian, it was the Soviet Union
Mm-hmm.
that time. So Mongolia was part of the Soviet Union, and but the perestroika happened later. Many things changed, and 90s was completely brutal in Russia,
Sure.
and especially like in Siberia where I grew up. Everyone forgot about orphans in 90s was like very not easy time for us
Mm-hmm.
because I was eating like very bad quality spaghetti for years. I don't remember. It was like a very not easy time. I it's like if I go deeper towards that, it was like other things that I don't understand as a kid was
Sure.
also like influenced my reality by living in that environment, and the brutality of adults who didn't have any salary after the Soviet Union fall. They didn't receive any money, any salary, nothing for like I don't know for how long, but it was like not easy keeping
Yeah.
what they have to like organize and create completely different environment, and especially
Sure.
for us, the kids
Mhm.
who didn't even have a clue what's happening.
So it was in
Um,
between all of that. I mean, I'm gonna use the word darkness that you were in, that you became inspired to learn English.
yeah, I mean, like I've been just living as I said, like in my own world, and I'm
Sure.
like, even so that was darkness, I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, I cannot, even so I'm saying I don't like it, I don't have a choice. I get to
Sure.
kind of
Sure.
like go through this. And that's it because I cannot go anywhere. I cannot like, I cannot like just change the place as I can do right now as an adult. As a
Mhm.
kid, you depended on what is around you. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Nobody,
Right.
let's say, oh, let's go to this country, or I didn't have parents, so you kind of like in that environment.
Yeah.
So for me, living in that environment, I always look for something like positive, something like sunny, and always showing it to the people all the time. Like I remember when I was a kid, I was like looking, find the snakes or like frogs, the big frogs. And every time I've been curious, I just want to show it to the people. And many times I've been punished because it was dangerous. It can be dangerous,
Oh yeah.
some things.
Right.
But I was just like to explore. Every time when I'm going away, and it was like I living in the open space or like a forest. So I love to wander, and every time I imagine I'm in this wonderland, and I'm just like going to meet my new friends, something like that. And sometimes I had kids with me that I was living with, and I didn't like to take them with me because they were crying. They were like not, they didn't go through this wondering like I did. They were like, I'm hungry, I don't like it, I want to do this. And we all been very little kids. We've been like before our school, before the first grade. And I remember I was this one warrior or a brave one. He said, if you don't like it, if you're going to continue to cry, I will not take you next time on our adventure. I was the leader of the whole this small adventure, and I would always Spanish. I took the responsibility of everything. So for me, I think the creativity and dreams come from that side, or like that part of my life, or like that reality, because I get to create my own reality. I
That's
get to
really
kind of
beautiful.
create it,
That's really
you know.
beautiful, Aisha. So it was within that struggle that you had, and you were with a bunch of children, that you still stuck to your dream world, because that's what was bringing you happiness. And you were also bringing that dream into their reality. Hey, even though you
Mm-hmm.
didn't say it verbatim, but hey, you can dream to come into my dream world. And also,
Mm-hmm.
what an incredible way to survive, to step into your survival instincts and to use your creativity to empower yourself as a child, and to create that as your other reality, to be able to juggle the things that were going on around you. That's really intuitive, actually. That's really bright.
Mm-hmm. It's very intuitive, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been always curious. I was curious to learn. I was always curious, like about everything. Like I was like so curious. Like when we started to ride the horses, it was a moment of our life when we were like, I think 5 or 6. Like we get to take this in that environment I was living. We get to take what that called the turns, like taking care of the uh, cow, and after like some of us like get to ride around to take care of like this big group of the cow. But it's like an old school or like old way to do that with the horses,
Mm-hmm.
and all day. And sometimes you get to do like for some days. It was fun. I love it. I love that experience. I was maybe like, they allowed me to do that when I was 7 or 8, like
Yeah.
so I don't need to go to the school sometimes, because it was by the end of the school or in the beginning of the school, like some months, 1 month or something of the beginning of the school and last months of the school. And I remember that I loved that time. I was like, oh my gosh, I just don't need to go to the school. I can be like free, do whatever I want. And like you get to wake up very early. You get to wake up like at 4 a.m. And I was like, for that, I was waking up at 4 a.m. I was just super
You had
charged.
energy.
I'm
Yeah.
going to do that. It's so much fun because it's so many things you're learning. I mean, it's like you're going by through the rivers, through like different things. You're not alone. You with other adults. You're also responsible. Take care of the
Mm.
cows. That's um, like animals doesn't come like a wolf. So some other things. And I'm just feeling like how me was it like when I look at it back, why I was so curious about being wild in the nature, or love it to be like in nature so much and play with animals more than to play with people.
Humans.
Like
Yeah.
why? You
Right.
know?
It was
Why?
connection.
It's connection. And
Yeah.
now like deeper I connected within myself, and through my childhood experience of the escape, it was escape. It's just
It
that
is.
everyone has their own escape
Mhm.
from the reality that they don't like, and they're doing their best to create the reality that they like, and with the tools that they have.
Yes.
um, and I was very clear to express the beauty I was living that time of my life. I was telling people, look at this amazing horse. Many times I fell from the horse. Many times horse beating, like, push me with the
Oh,
on my chest. It was like I was almost died one time, like, and
wow.
it was many things, like, and I still continue to be, stubborn to continue to do the things that I enjoy. So for me, it's like living in a dream from the beginning of my life by being actually independent. I I even so, like, my mother abandoned me. Yes, I cried for some time and I tried to have attention from the adults. After a while, I just switch it. I said,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, I'm free, and I can do whatever I want. You cannot do whatever you want. At the same time, when you have your free time from the adults and from the school or from from all these environments, you can do whatever you want, because adults don't have capacity to look after you. It's just so many of you there.
Right.
So if you survive, it's amazing. If something had happened, you know, it is what it is.
I mean, you're
And
you're here for a reason, and obviously she's a
exactly,
survivor.
exactly.
But I'm
That's like
curious,
that.
Aisha, you have me here on the edge of a curve here. I'm on the edge.
Exactly.
But I want to know, I'm so curious, how did all of this, your childhood experience and your creativity and connecting with animals and being abandoned from your mother and learning individuality and learning how to take care of yourself, how did all of that bring you to become an artist to send something of yours into outer space?
So it was a COVID. I just moved to Miami that time. And what happened is I started to work with kids. And I spent a lot of time with kids. And I was like, what it is to be accomplished artist, what it is to be an artist. So I interviewed many artists during the COVID, like hundreds of artists. I had a podcast on YouTube. It's still like I have many like conversation that I had with artists. I call it like the artist voice. And the funny things, by interviewing all these artists that time of my life during the COVID, I learned one thing, that it's all about having the vision and having the mission and actually being
Having the
able
vision,
to
having the
face
vision.
it. And what I started to do, I said, okay, what I want to do as an artist, I want to send my art to the space. I want to
Wow.
go myself to the space, and I want to
Wow.
paint the ticket. So by the end of the 2020, I sent my artwork to Elon Musk and asked him to send my art to the space. I sent my artwork to Jeff Bezos and asking him to send me to the space. And and Richard Branson, I asked him to paint his rocket. And I just sent it my artwork to the offices, and a year after, or something like that, 2 years after that, some of my friends, send me this invitation, said like, "Oh, this is connected to one of your dreams. Do you want to apply?" And I did. And that time of my life was everything happened for such a crazy things. 2022 was like crazy. My integrity was stolen. My van was broken. I was living a dream already. I was like amazing. My life was amazing. I'm living a dream. I'm living in heaven. I'm like practicing like a Buddhism that time. Umani Padme Hum every day was. I had 2 mantras I was practicing. I was chanting every day, every morning. I was super happy and super joyful, very connected, and have so much gratitude. I was dancing in front of the ocean every day. I had these crystal balls. Like I had amazing, like in my spiritual, I was like living my true spirituality,
Yeah.
connecting with all my spirits in that moment of my life. And when these things happened, like my identity was stolen, everything, I get to start from zero. And when this opportunity to send my art come by months later, I was like, yes, of course I take it. It's connected to my dream. Even
Yeah,
so, I
it
didn't
is
have
your dream. Your
anything,
dream, yeah.
no tools, nothing. I was being vulnerable. I was living with hippies. I was going from the festival. I didn't have any phones, nothing. I get to ask every time I get to access to the email or access to my social media. I get to ask every time someone. It was not easy to make money, to like, I will
Yeah.
have enough to like cover my food or something like that. And I volunteer a lot, but like if I have some extra work, so I get a little bit of cash, just saving to restore my documents, started to kind of like, build up a little bit by bit. And I remember when I applied and after I went through the interview, I signed up the contract, and I just feel like they asked me to create 8 artworks. I couldn't create 8 artworks. I create 3 of them, and 2 of them were selected and engraved on the golden plates. And after they said, "Congratulations, your art is like engraved on golden plates and is going on satellite
That's
in this
amazing.
big Falcon 9 transformer to the space." And I was like, "Wow, it's incredible. This is how it happened." Because every time I'm dreaming, I'm as a kid, I just live in the moment. I'm just enjoying. Sometimes I have these pictures, like
Mhm.
when I had a dream to be an artist in Art Basel when I arrived to Miami in 2020. And I didn't know that COVID will happen. I didn't know anything that this thing's going to
Mhm.
happen. My life was amazing. All my plans worked very well. All the ideas that I had in my mind always worked very well. And here I am. The COVID hit in 2021. I ended up in Art Basel. I knew that it's going to happen. I just didn't know when and how. I just knew that it's going to happen.
Mhm.
So after the Art Basel, when this opportunity arrived to sell my art to the space, I took it as well. So I know all my dreams become true. I just know
Yeah.
that. I don't know when, I don't know how. I get to continue to
Mhm.
enjoy my life, enjoy
Yes.
myself, and be present in the moment, create in the moment, play in the moment.
Yeah.
Don't think like how and when. Every time the opportunity arrives, I get to take it and work with that. For example, a few months ago, I applied for the Jeff Bezos zero gravity program. I haven't been selected this time. It's fine. And I did apply. I did everything. They sent me email, said to me, "Good job. Keep doing. Keep trying." I applied for the volunteering program right now. So it's you get to every time when something is there for you, I believe we get to go and explore.
Yeah.
There that you get to go, and it's not about like, do I just, of course you are, it's a part of your reality, it's a part of your dream life. Like it's a, I mean, I'm already living my dream life, and at the same time I'm feeling like I'm living in heaven. I was just today I was meditating. Oh, I was like, I'm living in heaven. I am, and in heaven everything is so easy. I get to just relax completely, and I'm like, what it is to relax?
Yeah, right.
Because I don't know how to relax. I'm always doing things.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting you say that because I get the same. I mean, the heaven is within us, within our own kingdom, you know, and I often go through the same thing where I'm just so busy or I become busy and then I become nonstop busy, where when it's time for me to relax or play and to have some playtime, I don't know how. It's like, hang on a minute. This is when your dreams come true, when you allow to yourself to play, you allow for creativity and you allow yourself to just be in that creative space because creativity is creation in motion. So if you stay in that motion of creation, which is a
Mm-hmm.
continuous process, then
Mm-hmm.
things start to unfold for you just like you having your art being sent in space. It came to you because you were in that notion, in that motion of creation and allowing the universe to expand with you and you expand with the universe and you were flowing with nature, flowing in front of the beach and just dancing with your spirits. I mean, you were being free the way the universe actually is. It's free. And so when you're free, freely, the universe will deliver.
I believe in that. I believe
Yeah.
like in our reality, I used to say to the people, my life is a fairy tale, adventure, and comedy. That's how I look at my life. I choose to look at my life like this. And when I look at my life, like since I'm a child and to now, it's incredible. My life is like a fairy tale. Like the opportunities I took, the life I created, the adventure I'm living is just like I'm living in an amazing country. You know, it's like so much history. I believe like Portugal for me is a fairy tale. Italy for me it's a fairy tale. Like the oldest beautiful houses, the oldest castles, the oldest like it's just so beautiful. I'm like, I'm living fairy tale. It's just so
Yeah.
amazing to be here. It's just so amazing to live this reality. I was missing Europe so much when I was being in America, and I was about to leave United States, and when these things happened, so it took me extra year something to recover to make money, you know, to recover my passport and other things to come back to Europe, because when you don't have passports you don't have anything,
Sure,
you don't
right,
have
right.
money, you need money to like recover your stuff, going to
Yeah.
the embassies, you know, doing this doing that, and it was like crazy experience. And at the same time I'm grateful for that because I learned so much things about myself, about vulnerability, about what it is to be a woman, what it is to accept others people to support you, to love you, and to show their love. And I understood love have so many colors. Love can have such a dark colors where people can punish you because they're scary, you know,
Mhm.
to the love they want to just embrace you with so much love and kisses, you know, give you like blessings and just like appreciate you just
Mhm.
because you're here in this planet Earth.
Yeah.
And so I just explored and I understood love has absolutely all colors. And
Sure.
people cannot say that this is love, this is not love. For me, like love is everything. It's the one of their sources and one of their energies that's
Yeah.
connected to everything.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, joy is more up.
Hmm.
Joy is more, you know, like from my perspective, joy is more connected to the heaven, you know, like sub
Hmm.
up, sub below, and from Kabbalion that I learned, I understood it's all about understand the energy,
Hmm.
understand how the everything is like impulse. For
Hmm.
example, when I'm thinking about impulse, I'm a very impulsive person. I'm very spontaneous, and it's great. At the same time, understand when to be spontaneous
Hmm.
and why. Also, be aware of that. Yes, it's great to have fun, And many times by having fun, I'm hurting other people. And without even realizing I'm doing it. And at the same time, I said to myself, it's not I'm hurting them, they're hurting themselves
Hmm.
because they're having this projection of me, not accepting me the way I am. You know, this playful one is like just wonder because kids in a pure ego.
Hmm.
And when we embody, this is Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. It's about purity. It's about purify your ego. Ego doesn't have bad and good intentions. Ego just want to protect you,
Sure.
and ego is always working towards like lift you up to the next level, whatever you want. It's not about like or being selfish or selfless. Everything is ego. The thing is like it's up to us to understand how we want to lift up ourselves.
Yes, it is up to us. Absolutely. Aisha, you said something earlier that it's questioning in my mind. You said that through everything that you went through and all your travels, you wanted to be in Europe and everything that yeah, you were kind of just navigating your life through, you realized what it meant to be a woman. What does it mean for you to be a woman?
For me, for example, like when I was living in Russia, I've been just kind of like me, human. When I moved to Norway, it's very woman dominant country where woman has a very big power,
Hmm.
where in very like masculine way. And I'm an engineer, my background is engineering, so like I actually love it. In the beginning I was like, oh wow, it's very cool, like it's so much power here, I can do whatever I want, I can
Hmm.
say whatever I want, and it's like it's appreciated. It's like people respect my opinion, as an engineer, as a woman, as like my voice matter. And I learned in my early age that my voice matter, and I'm very opinionated person even in my childhood, and I always express my truth. I'm always saying what I think. I didn't filter things, I'm just saying it like the way I wanted to say, the way I think it's right. Because and after I started to realize, I started to listen to myself, and I learned because of my harsh environment that I grew up. I communicate in such a harsh way because this is how I grew up.
That's how
In
you
very like
survived, right?
nobody communicate with me. Nobody talked to me normal. It was just a yelling or screaming or beating me up or punishment. Go in this corner. Never was conversation.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, oh, I never had a normal conversation. It's like I've been so beaten up that my voice was very, very low. And many times when I was speaking, like people was asking, Aisha, can you speak louder, please? You're speaking so like, quiet. Why are you speaking so quiet? You have a beautiful voice. You get to speak it up more louder. And I remember like I was like, oh my gosh, it was so scary. I was scared because when you're in that environment and you're speaking up your truth and you've been punished so many times,
Sure.
so you just don't speak anymore. You still do your thing, you
Mhm.
just don't share anymore. You don't speak up your truth. You don't speak up so much like your opinions, or you just get to follow the orders. It's better. And that's what I understood, that in the early age I just get to following the orders. And for me, when I moved to Norway, it was completely different, where I get to speak it up because it's important. My
Yeah.
voice matters. And after when I moved to Portugal, where like women actually, it's a macho, and woman is like very woman. It's very feminine, dresses, high heels, makeup. In Norway, we don't do that. And but here in like more like in the south of Europe, women love to be women. They're really like it's completely different way women are here, and I'm like, wow, I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like to be a woman here. So, and when I moved to America, when idea of the woman was blurry, and when I expressed my idea of the woman, like, oh, I'm liking to wear high heels sometimes. I like to do my hair nicely. I like to put a little bit of makeup and do my nails. I think it's very important. And said to me, oh, you're classy one. You're old school, or like you're traditional one. You're the conservative one. And I'm like, no, I just like, this is what I like as a
Yeah.
as a woman. Like I'm in this body, so like I like to do things that I think is I like to do. It's not I'm thinking what society want me to be, the way the society want me. This is what I want to be. Like even when I was an engineer in Norway, on Fridays, I always put up high heels, put beautiful dress on me, put a little bit of makeup. Even so, my environment was very male, and we always get to wear like this uh like gray colors, boring, but I still make some, colors. I added
Yeah.
in because I this is what I feel, my feminine side. Because older or like growing up or like maturity, like I started to feel more grounded and appreciate myself as a woman, as my voice as a woman, and the way I'm sharing myself in the space, and how much I actually can create
Yeah.
beauty in the world by being me and
Yeah.
expressing my truth,
Right.
my kindness, my like love, my joy. And I started to notice how much I improve people's life by being in their space, by communicating, by lifting them up. And I wanted the same. I said, like, why I'm making this amazing life to other people and they don't want me the same. They want me the opposite. Like I don't go up. They want me to push me down. So one day I just said, I said to myself, doesn't matter. This is what I like to do.
Right.
That's it. It's enough for me. I like
And
to lift people up. I like to be joyful. That's my choice. Yes, it's not easy. It's not easy to be a sun. It's not easy to be positive in the world of the darkness. And I believe by being authentic ourselves, really carrying the light within ourselves, and believing that it matters while we're here, people
yeah.
will see it. People who doesn't want to see your light, they will not see your light. It's
Hmm.
okay. They will say like, oh, this person is pretending. Oh, this person want to manipulate me. Oh, this and that. Like many judgmental thing that they living in their world. That's what they're projecting.
Sure.
We're living in our world. And by being direct, honest, happy from the heart,
Yeah.
wishing people the best from the heart, wishing people being happy, giving hugs, and really mean that how much you love them in the moment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what matters. People
That is.
feel it. People feel your warm energy. They feel how much you care about them in the moment. And I used to say to the people, everything is in the moment.
Everything
Kids
is.
love
Oh,
you
everything's in the
in the
moment.
moment.
Yeah.
They
Everything
give
is the
kids
moment.
giving
Yeah.
kisses all the time in the moment. They're so pure. That's what I'm learning. I love to learn from kids, and that's my kind of one of the as an adult right now, one of the things that I appreciate. I'm thanks God I have a lot of kids around me, so like it's beautiful. Of course parents says to me it's so much work. I said like yes it is, and it's just blessings in the same time. Like
Oh, yeah.
people who decided to do that, I'm like you guys like amazing, you're doing amazing work for the God works. And everyone has a journey. Everyone has the what that called the some of them decided to go this direction, some we are choosing one, like
Mhm.
God or source decided to put us in a little bit different position in the world, and we
Yes.
get to accept that because we cannot fit in to the normal boxes, and we cannot have what other people have. Not we're not normal, we are unique, and that's why we inspire people to
Yeah.
believe in something different.
Yeah.
And by being us and continue sharing ourselves in the space and right now we have opportunity to share ourselves in a global scale, and
Oh, yeah.
English
We
is
sure do.
a
Isn't that
wonderful
crazy?
language to share. It's so easy to communicate the love, the positivity, the joy through the English. It's amazing. I love to communicate myself through English because I'm feeling I'm so lifted up,
Mhm.
than when I'm speaking in Russian or Norwegian or Portuguese, it's like so different, such a
Mhm.
different way of expressing your truth and your reality.
You know
That's why
what's incredible, Aisha, is that you're because you know how many languages? Four languages?
Yeah, 4 or 5. Yeah.
So you know 4 or 5 languages, you've been pretty much all over the world and you've been diving in since you were a child into your most creative part of your spirit, your soul, your authentic energy. And what I find really incredibly unique is that through all these different journeys that you've taken, including the linguistic part, learning different languages, you get to learn which way you communicate is most authentic to your own energetic signature. And you're
Hmm.
saying right now, from what you're telling me, that you enjoy English. You enjoy English the most out of all
Hmm.
languages because you
Yes.
feel that you can express yourself more authentically, that's true to your energy
Yeah,
in English
exactly.
than you can in any other language.
Exactly. Yes.
That's really
Because
amazing.
remember I was telling you the story when I was 8 years old and I want to learn English naturally. I was kind of
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know how to explain. I was just like naturally drawing toward the language. And even so, I was born in a different language. And for me, by expressing myself right now in English, I'm writing in English. I love it. I love to express myself through this language. And it's not about uh, it's just my truth. I feel so me expressing the way I'm expressing myself, and I'm feeling so in peace within myself
That's
because
beautiful.
each language has their own code and each
Mm.
language has their own program. And for
Right.
me, in English, you have capacity, or like American English, we have capacity to transform with the words we have. That's why I think, I don't know, but like because me speaking several languages, I understood we can transform American English being, like transform with so many other languages that pick up together and become American English. And it's very different compared to British English, or
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm just feeling it's so interesting. I love Dale Carnegie, for example, or Napoleon Hill. I read all the books of Dale Carnegie and Napoleon Hill uh, in very young age, and I'm feeling like they had a great message 100 years ago about manifestation, what is success, how you can improve your message to the world through the positivity,
Mhm.
through the being authentic, continue to share your dreams.
Yeah.
They were telling us share your dreams with other people. And at the same time, you will be way more faster actually understand who is who by sharing your
True. Right. That's
dreams
true.
with
That's
these
true.
people
That's true.
who really want to who really want you to be there for you, and that you live up that dreams, or people will drag you down. It's easy, and they were communicating in such an amazing way, because when Napoleon Hill interviewed Ford and many like famous people or many like successful people of his time,
Mhm.
it was all the same message: always
Yeah.
commit to your mission. That's
Yeah.
it.
I love that.
That's
Always commit
easy.
to your mission.
Yes, or vision, mission and vision.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's why I used to say to the people about Walt Disney. When Walt Disney had a vision, he
Mm-hmm.
shared it with everyone of his team. And
Right.
many of the people work for Walt Disney for free,
Mm.
and the beginning because of his vision.
Yeah.
What we're missing right now is powerful creators in the world who can motivate people and inspire people, because ideas are matter. It's not about money. Money is idea. Money is energy. Money is
Right.
everything. Like people so focusing on money right now that
Yeah.
doesn't have a value general.
Right.
The vision and mission that connects
Hmm.
people can create completely different reality. When you look at Elon Musk right now, the
Right.
way he inspires, like many years ago, I'm not talking about now. I'm just
Hmm.
saying, like the way he was doing his work in the beginning of his career, the way he was inspiring, it was amazing.
Sure.
And not so many visionaries like him, not so many visionaries like a Walt Disney in the world. Like look at the dictators.
Oh yeah.
If you look from the perspective of Hitler, or Napoleon, for example, they had a vision. But don't forget that they were living in a completely different time frame that we're living right now.
Mm.
You know, they were voice of population, house of the product of their society,
Yeah.
that dare to speak up the truth, very loud.
Hmm.
That's when you're looking at that perspective, when Walt Disney created the idea of the Disney World and Mickey Mouse and all of that and Hollywood, think about the Hollywood idea and around how it started to roll around. It was idea. It's a group of
Right.
people who decided to bring it to the next level. It was not about money. Of course, people want to make money. And the same time, Charlie Chaplin. Look at the Charlie Chaplin, like how he did amazing things in his lifetime.
Hmm.
How creative he was.
Hmm.
So I just would like to have more people in our world, the strong, powerful visionaries who's motivated by vision and mission, not by
Hmm.
money.
Right.
Money
Absolutely love that.
comes
Yeah.
with
I,
that.
I love this conversation because I've always have so much, I've always had theater in my heart. I just have so many different visions myself, and you're inspiring me to go get that vision, to make my vision into my mission.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah,
I'm working.
yeah, I absolutely love that. Hey, I have another question going back to your art piece in space. How does it feel knowing that a piece of your art is in outer space, and what do you hope comes from that?
Well, I'm just kind of like, as an artist, I'm very self-centered. So I said to myself, like, can you, I was used to say to my friends, like, can you believe in 100 years from now, when I'm not here anymore, and the history of the art, they will say like Aisha Makara, she was one of the first artists in the world who sent her art in the space. Probably more artists would send their art to the space. And I'm going to be the pioneer one, the one of the first ones
Uh-huh.
who has done that. So I'm going to be in this history of the art, of the cosmic art, whatever it's going to be called, I don't know. That's why I'm calling my art galaxy art.
Oh, I
The
love it.
direction, or like the direction that you see, it's a galaxies. And I believe, like, I had my art exhibition and I call it like, my exhibition was kind of like a solo galaxy art by Aisha Makara, because and each artwork was representing different galaxies, and it's a billions of galaxies in the universe. And so I started to just call my artworks different names of the different galaxies. And I said, it's just my imaginary, the way I decided to see the galaxies. And that's why I can imagine, of course, in the reality, maybe it looks different, and we don't know.
Right.
Maybe it's this is how I look at it, and it's like it's every time it's different. It's like I choose different colors. Sometimes it's just one color, and the funny things, we're creators, and I think like maybe one day I'm an artist right now. My last 5 6 years, and I'm just feeling like more I'm exploring myself in a space of creativity as an artist. I started to create more in a subject. Right now, I'm creating in the big walls, and on the more subject like a tables, and I'm exploring myself more and more.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
allowed myself to throw
Yeah.
myself toward that space, and more I'm throwing myself toward that space, I feel like limitless,
Oh yeah.
completely limitless.
Uh-huh.
Like my art is in the space, so it's like no limits for me for sure.
I know, right? And what does that art piece look like anyway? What did you send up there?
Well, it's on my website right now. You can, if you go to the Aisha.today, you can see my article, Art in a Space, and you can
Great.
see engraved in the golden plates. And it's like I connected more to the mathematic because of probably of my background, how much I know about human history. Like you get to kind of describe how much you know about human history in like simple way, or not human history, like yeah, kind of like humanity.
Yeah. Wonderful. I
And
can't wait to check it out. That's at www.aisha.today.com.
no, just Aisha.today. That's it.
Oh, okay. Aisha.today.
Yeah, I can send to you right now by
That'd be
chat.
great. And then also you're an author of a recently published book called Joyful Living Guidebook.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aisha.today, everyone. www.aisha.today. So tell us about your book that you just published.
Well, when I discover 2022 that I'm a living example of all my dreams, I started to realize all my dreams is just getting real. I wanna just being joyful and happy and appreciative. I started to practice gratitude since I'm like I think 15, because that time of my life I faced the deaths of my friends because we'd been not good kids or whatever, we're doing not good things. And some of my friends died, and I get to face that. And I said to myself, oh my gosh, would I live long and what I would do? So I created the idea of myself until I'm 60. And that time I was like, the 60 is such a long life. And now I'm already created the idea of myself until I'm 200. So like, and that time when I was 15, I said to myself, I'm going to travel the world until I'm 30. From 30 to 40, I'm going to be a businesswoman. From 40 to 50, I'm going to be mentoring. And from 50 to 60, I'm going to work as a volunteer for the UNESCO and United Nations. And I don't know how did it even happen in my mind. I just remember that I just want to volunteer, will do like a charity work. I even wrote like, I'm doing like a charity work for the big organizations. And I'm going to die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I've done enough for the humanity or something like that.
Right?
And I done it. I travel, and I started to create my business. I kind of like living example of what I wrote it to myself when I was 15, about turn 15. And when these things started to happen in my life, and I said, I get to live up with like for my friends as well, because they should have long life, and they don't. And I'm going to live for them too, because they get to be happy. They would be so happy for me that I'm living up for them as well.
Yeah. Oh,
So I
that's
created
beautiful.
like different again reality for myself, because every time I'm telling to my friends, like, if your mom is not here anymore, or your brother or your grandmother, she wants you to be happy. Yes, you can be sad a little bit. And if you ask yourself, does she wants you to be sad right now, depressed
Mhm.
because she's not here anymore? No, she wants you to be happy.
Oh,
She
yeah.
wants you to go and explore and have fun and live up more for her as well. And I'm just feeling like we're getting up this like rabbit holes, up and downs. And depression is part of the creative process of
Yeah.
any creative human being. And I take it as a deep rest. As
Mhm.
Jim Carrey used to say, it's like your body just want to rest, and
Sure.
you get to let your body to rest because you
Right.
fight it for so long,
Mhm.
and you get to give yourself this permission to relax. And
Mhm.
the depression is part of them, where you don't want to do anything. Your body is just like shut down,
Mhm.
for like, and you don't know for how long. And sometimes when I had these issues in my 20s, and after like in my late 20s, I like right now when this happening and I'm feeling tired, or like I know that my body is about to shut down again because of the depression. Like, it's normal. And I say to myself, it's okay, it's
Mhm.
fine. I still get to be happy and joyful because I choose to. And
Right.
when I'm not, it's also fine. I'm expressing that very honest with
Yeah.
everyone around me. I'm saying to them, I get to be in my isolation mode. I don't know for how many days, but I get to be me, myself, and I right now. I don't want to communicate. I turn off all my everything, and I'm just in my own zone. And I used to say to the people who really cares about me, they're coming out, they're coming down, like, and knock on the door and say, "Are you fine? Are you?" This is why I love Portugal. It's like my friends here. If I don't respond for like a day, next day they coming knocking in my windows and say like, "Aisha, are you fine? Why you
Yeah.
don't reply? Normally you answer in 5 minutes, and here you are, like, what's happening?" So I started to communicate better with my friends. I said to them,
Yeah.
okay, check in with me in 2 days, in 3 days.
Sure.
If I don't transfer, come over and knock on my door,
Mhm.
like, because I have this moment, I get to express it. So I started to learn to express myself with people I love, because I know they love me, they care about me. So I get to
Yeah.
care about myself too by expressing them and care
Oh
about
yeah.
them. That it's like you're learning, because like when you grew up in an environment that nobody cares, and
Yeah.
you don't have money, you don't, mother you abandon you, who doesn't care, and kids to say like nobody loves you all your childhood. It's like not easy, like sharing that actually other people care about you,
Right.
really do, they really do, and learning that they do,
Uh-huh.
it's not easy, the
Yeah, learning that
process.
they do and also trusting that they do.
And it's
Yeah.
true, they
Yeah.
do very
And
much
actually
actually.
trusting it. Yeah. And that's actually really beautiful because you found the beauty within yourself, and by finding that beauty within yourself, knowing that it's always been there and allowing yourself to be that beautiful person, that beautiful human, you're allowing other people to see in through your lenses, and you're seeing them for who they are, and you're having an equal exchange of love, which is really beautiful, which is why we're here to connect with humans in the first place.
Hmm.
So Aisha, I
And
have a
more we're
poem for
learning
you.
about that, more we're learning about that, better we feel about ourselves.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, definitely. So I have a poem that I wrote here, dedicated to our episode here. All right, thank you so much for inspiring me. Thank you for your energy, and thank you for sharing your incredible life of beauty, abundance, resilience, and creativity. So here it goes, Aisha Makara. I have a choice to be happy. I can wake up every morning and choose misery, but what good would that serve me? How much better would that make me? But even if I choose happy, a struggle will sprinkle here and there, making me question, is life fair? But it's in that question where I answer yes if I dare to say life is fair. For I can choose to be happy, and my potential for freedom is within my kingdom. And the sun shines no matter the question, no matter the resistance, no matter the hesitance. Today I choose to be happy and thank the ray of light shining bright for its persistence. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, that's beautiful. Yes, I agree, it's a beautiful poem, by the way, it's amazing.
Thank
I
you.
really agree. Sun is shining every day.
It
It
is,
doesn't say it's like, oh, I'm tired today. It's
right?
still there.
It's still there and it's
So we're
persistent no
shining
matter
people, we
what.
get to shine.
Exactly. Aisha Makar, everyone, this is really incredible. So, where can our viewers, our watchers, and our listeners get a hold of you if they need to?
People can find me on my website, Aisha.today, is AISHA.today. And also, people can find my book, Joyful Living Guidebook by Aisha Makara, on Amazon, and just Google it. And it's there where I'm sharing my art and some joyful suggestions how to live joyful life.
Absolutely
So,
love it. Can you give one? Can you give a suggestion?
one of them, enjoy your struggles.
Oh, wow,
struggles
that's
is
really powerful.
here Struggles is here to enjoy. Everyone has a struggle. Even sometimes to wake up from bed is a struggle, and enjoy them, because we're still here, we're
Hmm.
still living, we're still enjoying, and be grateful for all your struggles as well. And I believe we're winners. So no matter what you're experiencing today, know you're winner. We're all winners. While we're here to win.
Wow, I
Yay!
love that. Yeah, we're here to win. Yeah, we're winners. I love this.
Our
Yeah.
winners. That's what I
Yeah.
believe in.
I believe it too. We're all winners. And no matter what, cherish your struggles because it's a reminder that you're still living, you're still breathing, and your heart's still going for you. So thank you so much, Aisha. Thank you for connecting with me all the way from Lisbon, even though you're 8 hours ahead. I mean, thank you for your energy and thank you for sharing your entire life. I really enjoy connecting with you and looking forward to keeping in touch.
Joyful living. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to A Little Less Fear podcast. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends and your family about A Little Less Fear podcast. And if you are interested in being on my show, feel free to leave me an email at a little less fear at gmail.com. Or if you have any questions or comments and you also want to leave me an additional message, you can also do so from my website, leaving an inquiry at www.alittlelessfear.com. You can get a copy of my book on Amazon, Amazon Kindle, and Amazon Kindle Unlimited, also titled A Little Less Fear. And thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate all the support. Leave me a review if you get a chance. I love to receive feedback, questions, and comments. And any way that I can be of support to you, please let me know. Thank you so much. I love you. Wishing you love, light, happiness, and many blessings your way.